Hello and welcome to AstroChiron on YouTube. This is the video companion for AstroChiron.com, the one-stop shop for all things astrology, especially from a black and queer lens. The moon is the most private luminary, so instead of features and actions, I'll be using the things these celebrities say about themselves to best illustrate how they feel inside. The moon is ruled by Saturn when in Aquarius, just as she was in Capricorn. And just like in that sign, the moon is a little debilitated in her ability to express herself, specifically her feelings of familiarity. Aquarius feels out of place in most situations, so this applies thoroughly to those whose emotional expression is always out of sync with the world around them. Perhaps it is this very reason why these natives are not very emotionally attuned to the world around them. Perhaps this is the very reason why these natives are not very emotionally attuned to their surroundings. About his fame, Liam Payne once said, "I think sometimes I don't realize how much the pressure gets to me," and I think this is true for all these natives, often experiencing the effects of their emotional state without being aware of the state itself. Additionally, these natives tend to experience a significant culture shock at some point in their lives. Joe, for example, comes from a very Christian household. I'm sure his life after becoming a pop star was quite different than the one he led as solely the child of a minister. I'm sure Liam also experienced a similar feeling when joining One Direction. Then there's Sean, who said, "Growing up in a suburban home, the world seems so massive to you. It seems like cities are so big and so far away, and there's so much in them, so your imagination runs wild. Instead of when you were born in the middle of Manhattan, you know, like, that this is the biggest city." Like I said before, Aquarians tend to stick out, so like being a country bumpkin in the big city or being a preacher's kid in a rock band. Their unorthodox lives are the very thing that keeps these natives going, as they have a level of comfort being the odd man out. For example, Lotto being biracial with a young white mother was probably pretty ostracizing, if not for her, certainly for her mother. Then there's Sean, Millie, and Joe, who all had young starts. Their careers set them up for lives away from the banality of school, dances, and summer break. All these accounts present a person who may have a harder time getting on with their like-age peers, as their actual peers are all much older than them, or in Lotto's case, just not around. The bright side of this facet of being an Aquarius moon is coming up after this ad for AstroChiron.com. This video is brought to you by me. I am the astrologer behind AstroChiron.com, the one-stop shop for all astrological readings, articles, horoscopes, and art. I have a free ask feature that you can use for quick questions that I will respond to via blog post. Readings range from $25 to $200, whether you want 3 questions answered in detail, all the way to a thorough hour-long or more reading for me personally via phone or video chat, discussing your entire natal chart, the aspects within it, and each planet's placement. The first 20 subscribers to this channel will gain access to all 20+ written and live readings at a 40% off discount. Again, that's AstroChiron.com, AstroChiron.com. Don't forget the hyphen, and join our community today. So constantly standing out is not always bad, as it leads to a person who is always evolving. Aquarian moons aren't ones to stick to the zeitgeist for following trends or succumbing to peer pressure. This means that they change on their own time and their internal motivations are purely their own. Maxwell once said, "So many times people want you to stay the way you were. Be as you were before because they want to encapsulate you in a time so they can remember their youth. But you're here to continually push forward and move forward." That's where I'm at. I just want to always surprise people. And surprise people they do. I find Aquarian moons to be far quirkier than their solar counterparts, as they have no problem wearing their eccentricities out for others to see, to critique, or even to adapt for their own. Finally, Aquarius is the socialite of the zodiac, relying on networking and common ground to make connections with others. Because of this, Aquarius moon natives are always known for their associations and the organized groups they found themselves in. For example, we have arguably the second or third best members of both One Direction and the Jonas Brothers here. You can fight me in the comments. Then there's the actors who are from ensemble shows. Yes, Nina played the main character on The Vampire Diaries, though that's arguable because she wasn't in the last season and it was still a show, so was she the main character? Anyway. But you have to admit, the show was nothing without the love triangle. Finally, we have the couples, siblings, Billy and her producer Phineas, and former, power pop couple, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Well then guys, we are one video away from the end of the series. I won't announce what the big video is yet, as I think it fits a bit more with the vibes of Pisces. That said, give the video a like if you like the video, maybe toss me a subscription if you like what's going on here. New videos every Thursday and one really big video every few months. I might start getting into monthly horoscopes when I get a few more subscribers. We'll see. If you like this take on your moon sign, your sun and ascendant signs are already posted, so go check those out. And thank you all for watching, and as always, much love.